Hello, my name is Rhiannon Griffin and welcome to the Raw Food Basics course. This is your introduction, so I just want to go over a few things with you, basically how the course came about, what the course entails, and what you will need for the course. So basically this course has come from me knowing that a lot of people get very confused with how to transition to a raw food lifestyle and just the basics. So this is what I wanted to do with the course. I just wanted to really get back to basics. So I want to teach you absolutely everything you need to know, everything that I have learned over my journey, to actually be able to transition to raw food in your own time. Because what I find is a common mistake of people who are trying to come to raw food or trying to incorporate more fruits and vegetables is they basically try to go raw, and then they don't kind of understand all the different aspects to succeeding on raw. So for example, a lot of people don't know how to pick good fruit, and that's completely fundamental on a raw food lifestyle. If you're trying to eat just fruit and vegetables and you're eating very poor quality, very unripe fruits and vegetables, you are not going to succeed because you're not going to be getting the nutrients that you need. You're not going to be digesting it very well because you're going to be eating really poor unripe fruit that doesn't digest. You're just going to be feeling absolutely awful, basically. So, and then a thing that a lot of people will do if they don't know the basics on like how to get good enough fruit, what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, what greens to eat, if they're supposed to eat greens at all, you know. And what happens is they get to like a few days in and they just feel awful. They feel awful. They're like, I have no energy, I'm always hungry, I have these horrible cravings, I feel sick, I feel dizzy, lightheaded, and they come off raw and they say, raw food don't work for me. You know, and it's like, no, you haven't done all the different aspects that that I've learned that allow me to be raw, you know. So that's what I wanted to do with this course, basically, is just start from scratch, you know, teach people how to get good fruit, teach people what greens to include, how much greens to include, you know, teach people how to combine foods so that it doesn't cause digestive issues. You know, what sort of things to have for breakfast and recipes, and what sort of things to have for lunch and recipes, and what things to have for dinner and recipes, and what lifestyle factors to include that support this lifestyle, you know. If you're not going to bed very early every single night, and you're staying up late all night, and then you're not going to be feeling that great just from that. So, and trying to include a raw food lifestyle on top of that, where your body's going to be releasing a lot of toxins, but you're actually not sleeping, so your liver's not detoxifying itself properly, you're not going to be feeling very good. And you're going to be having horrible detox symptoms. And that's basically what I want to do with this course, is just strip it all back, right back to basics, you know. So that's basically what it's all about. And I'll just go through what the sections are with you, because it's a 7-week course, basically. And what happens is, in this course, there is the 7 sections, and each section comes with a full PDF, which is a full document, which I will send you, which is very, very thorough, because I like to be thorough with my writing. And it just goes over, so you'll have a copy that you can even print off and put in a binder of all the information that I will share. And on top of that, you will get a video like this with me each week that will be sent over to you. And you will also have a second video in the week, which will be a live Q&A with me. And in addition, this is all done over a Facebook group. So what you can do is you'll have the added support of that group of all different like-minded people to support, to be there and to support you, to share your journey with. This will also be available as a fully online course, which will exclude the Q&A and will exclude the group, but you will receive a PDF and a video each week. So the weeks that will happen will be, week 1 is all about your lifestyle guidelines. So that's all your basics. That's your sleep, your water, if there's anything else you can do to support you during that time, like how many calories you should have. And there'll also be a brief description on how to transition to a raw food lifestyle. So that's all your basic lifestyle guidelines, and you can actually have a look at that up on my page, which is my website, happyonfruit.co.uk/RFBC. So that stands for Raw Food Basic Course. And you can have a look at an example at that section, which is up for free, so that people can have a look at what is in this course. So yeah, have a good look at that, and that's the sort of thing you can expect from the course, basically. And then section 2 is all about fruit, so how to pick good fruit, where to get it from, and I actually include a fruit guide in this. So it's 48, I think maybe 40 or more pages long, basically, on all the different fruits that I have come across and how to tell when it's ripe, the calorie content in it, how to eat it, how to use it, you know, whether it's good in sauces or a good thickener, or, you know, whether you can make ice cream with it, this sort of thing. So that's really cool. That basically just how to get all the really good fruit and how to tell when it's ripe, and because that's just so fundamental, because if you're not getting good fruit, if you're not eating it when it's ripe, then you're not going to be having the nutrients from it that you need to sustain you. So, and then the next section is all about vegetables. So that's how many greens to incorporate, how to incorporate greens so that you make sure you're getting enough. And this is all about the different vegetables that will help support you nutritionally on a raw food lifestyle. After that, we move on to food combining. So that's all how to combine everything, what fruits go with what. I talk a lot about water timing as well, which is when to have your water so that it doesn't interfere with your digestion of your food. And there's lots of other things. Honestly, it's such a thorough course. I go into a lot of detail, and all of these sections are kind of on average about 20 to 40 pages long or so. So yeah, they're very thorough informational sheets for you to take away and keep. And then after that, we move on to breakfasts and smoothies. So I tell you how to make the perfect smoothie every time. I also give a lot of recipes for different smoothies and just ideas to have for breakfast and things. And how much to have for breakfast and when to have breakfast. And I also include an example of a good morning routine to get your day kicked off to a good start. And what sort of things I do in the morning. So a good morning ritual. And then after that, we move on to lunchtime. And with lunches, I go on to like explain about different puddings, different pudding recipes, when to have lunch, and just discussing kind of budgeting as well. So I talk about budgeting in that week as well, and how to save money on a raw food lifestyle. And then on the last section, which is all about dinners, and that's all about what to have for dinner, and I give lots of examples of recipes. And in that week as well, I also include a shopping list and a food plan. So if you do wish to go raw after this, like after the course, then it's an example of what you would eat in a week. And if you were going to do that example, I've also included what I would recommend you buy, how often you would buy it, and where you would buy it all from. So it's really, really good, thorough, everything you need to know basically on a raw food lifestyle, and to help you succeed basically. And we do it very progressionally as well. So in the first week, it's all about like just learning about fruit. So and incorporating the lifestyle habits. And the next week, it's just learning about fruit and start to bring fruit a little bit, and then just trying different things. So you don't actually have to be going raw the whole time this course is on. It's just about including little bits, so you can still be eating cooked food but trying the recipes alongside, you know, or just having a raw breakfast, and then maybe in the lunch week you start to have a raw breakfast and a raw lunch, and then in the final week maybe you have raw breakfast, raw lunch, and you might try a raw dinner, or you might just try that raw dinner for lunchtime and still have your cooked meal in the evening, and then try to push for raw afterwards. But there is no actual pressure to go raw. That it's not like this week everyone has to be raw or anything like that. It's literally just about incorporating these things that I'm teaching you, so that when you are ready, when and if you're ready to ever push to fully raw, you've got a really strong foundation of knowledge so that you can actually go raw properly and successfully. And something I do as well is after the course finishes, it's not like we just split, you know, like cut ties basically. If you have any questions or need any help after the course, after you complete the course, please talk to me. I'm always happy to help, and happy to help anyone who just wants to improve their life or come to a raw food lifestyle. So I will say, if you are doing the course, I ask that people have a blender. That's basically the fundamental of this. If you don't have a blender, then you won't be able to do a lot of the smoothies and sauce recipes. And with a blender, you don't need an expensive one. I've got a very cheap one. I think it's about £15, and honestly, it does me fine. And the way that I will teach you how to make sauces is so that you don't damage your blender. So I teach you to not use the hard ingredients first, so that you don't damage your blender, so that you can actually use you can use a £500 blender, you can use a £15 blender. You can still make sauces and smoothies that are delicious and healthy and will help you to actually achieve your health goals. So that's basically the only kind of piece of equipment that I ask you to have, aside from, you know, your basics like a knife and a chopping board and things like that, and maybe a vegetable peeler. But they're very simple things that I recommend people have, that you are likely to have in your own home anyway. But additionally to that, it's useful if you have a food processor, because there is one recipe that I teach you in week 7, so in the final week, that uses a food processor to make it. But aside from that, you really don't need anything else. So all I ask is that you have a blender to do the course. And also you might want to buy a ring binder, so that you can, or like a folder, so that you can print off each of the weeks and each of the PDFs and store that in a folder, so that you've got the information to go back to. So that is literally it for the course, and I'm really excited to get started with you all. I'd just like to tell you a little bit about me and my story as well. So my name is if you don't know about me, my name is Rhiannon Griffin, and I am the owner of Happy on Fruit, and basically I have completely transformed my life with raw food. I came from a background of bulimia and self-sabotaging behaviour. I used to take drugs and be addicted to the drugs and to smoking, and I used to drink a lot, and I basically hated myself for a very, very long time, and was very, very harsh with myself and mean, and I didn't like who I was. Life felt empty and disconnected, and I spent a very long time kind of wanting to be healthy, trying to be healthy, desperately trying to find the way to eat that made me feel satisfied so that I didn't binge and stuff, and I had a very, very hard time finding that. It was only until I was, 26, I actually found a way of eating which I was able to feel satisfied on and happy on, and able to just feel normal, if you know what I mean. Feel like I could eat and not have these horrible urges and compulsions come up to binge and purge. And that lifestyle is the raw vegan lifestyle. So it all kind of started when I went vegan, and after I went vegan, nothing really improved apart from my connection to the world. Like, I kind of started seeing life in a different way and started appreciating the animals a bit more and feeling a bit more connected to the world. But in a physical sense, my health didn't improve very much when I went vegan, and my eating disorder didn't improve when I went vegan. But it was after a while I went to a mostly raw style of eating with a cooked dinner in the evening, but I put on a lot of weight from it, didn't feel very good. And it was only when I managed to push out that last cooked meal, everything started to click within me. And I met someone called Danny Glass of sunfruitdan.com. He's like my best friend now, and basically he helped me go raw. He taught me all the different things that I needed to know that helped me to finally get rid of my cooked food cravings and to feel good on raw. And I seriously can't thank this man enough. Like, he helped me so much. And it's completely changed my life. Since I've been raw for, it'll be 2 years in March. So, and this is dated from, we're in 2017 now, that the date of this being recorded. I've been raw for 2 years, and I haven't relapsed. I haven't craved cooked food or had cooked foods, trying to suppress emotions or anything. So yeah, I've been raw for this 2 years. I've lost between 2 and 3 stone. I have completely transformed my relationship with myself through doing inner work. And I credit this a lot to the raw vegan lifestyle, because basically with raw, you're not suppressing all these negative emotions anymore. They're able to come to the surface, which is really good, because it gives you this opportunity to actually sort through them and to overcome them. So I really credit raw vegan to helping me recover emotionally as well, and give me the opportunity to recover emotionally. And also other things that I've improved are my digestive health. I used to have a very, very bloated stomach and used to bloat a lot, and I don't have the bloating issues that I had before. And it's just improved my health enormously, and I'm extremely grateful for the raw vegan lifestyle. It's just given me, like, I don't binge and purge anymore. I have this beautiful lightness, and this relationship with food where I'm nourishing myself with every single bite, and it's just amazing, and I'm very, very grateful for this lifestyle and very excited to be teaching it to other people as well. I hope you have enjoyed watching this introduction, and I will be with you soon for section 1, which is where we'll be starting on all your different lifestyle habits, and I'll be going through that with you soon. Okay, so I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.